Welcome to episode 3 of season 3 of my digital content creation series. And the theme for this season is strategy behind the content. Last episode, we talked about the 5 pillars of digital content strategy. And today we are diving into one of the most important and often most overlooked foundation when it comes to digital content creation. And we're going to look at understanding your audience. And here is where the strategy starts. Because here's the truth: no matter how creative your content is, if it doesn't speak to real people, real need, it's just noise. So, welcome. My name is Charity Wanyoni. I'm a digital content strategist. So, we're going to look at why understanding your audience really matters. Content and for you to connect often start with empathy. I defined for you what empathy is last episode, so I don't feel like I want to do that. It's not just about who your audience is, it's about what they care about. And that means understanding people equals understanding your purpose. You can't create value without knowing what your audience really values, and also your audience insight turns into content, turns your content into conversation and not just communication. I know most of us we post to communicate, but I'm here to tell you need to understand your audience so that you can understand the purpose of why you are posting. So we're going to look at the 3 layers of insight, and that is demographic, and this is who they are. Who are you creating the content for? Psychographic insight, what do they care about? I like to call them their pain point, because most of us, when you log into social media and we are searching something, we're always searching for something that is paining us and we want to know. And also behavioral insight, how they act online, how they engage with the content, what kind of content do they want to see, what content do they want to engage. So I'll give you an example of this. Is just an a fictional. So the demographic you might be targeting is 25-year-old health nutrition students, or those people who are just fresh from campus if you're a mentor. They're psychographic, they are passionate about health but tired of generic advice. Behavioral, they prefer short videos to long captions, so they skip long caption but they watch TikTok that lasts for 10 seconds or 20 seconds. So you'll get to know what kind of content you're going to create. Yes, I hope you've understood the 3 layers. So we're going to look at how to get your audience insights. Always listen, don't assume. I will leave it in big letters. Don't assume anything, and I'm going to share ways that I myself use to listen to you guys. One is use polls or question stickers. That's why sometimes on my platform I share a poll or I share question, or some of the pages I manage, I always want to lead with polls and questions that I can know and gauge what the audience are thinking. Check your analytics. We talked about analytics the last episode. Look at what is working and what is not working. Don't dwell on it. Even if it's slow, it will be able to guide you. Watch your comment section. Very, very important. Look at what people are commenting. From the comments, you'll be able to gauge what they're thinking and the kind of content they want. And then join the spaces where your audience is already in, whether it's Facebook groups, forums, or WhatsApp communities. These WhatsApp is growing into a large platform. You can have a community, you can share posts, know where they're head at. That is where the real data lives, in conversation and not assumption. We want to look at common mistakes some of us creators make and pitfalls in terms of audience strategy. One is creating for everyone. Yes, we try to create for everyone, and I'm air quoting. Ignoring feedback. When someone gives you feedback, you overlook it, even if it's not nice. You ignore it, but there's some truth in some of the feedbacks people give. Copying trends blindly. I feel like when you see someone has gone viral, and this is a common pitfall I see amongst people who want to really go viral. When someone goes viral with that sound or that content, you'll see a lot of creators jumping to also try and copy what they are doing, and it's quite funny. And then the last one is assuming you already know them, and in the process, you end up losing the connection. When you assume you already know your audience and you don't, it can lead to losing some of your audience. So, I want to look at building an audience persona. I feel like I don't want to dwell on this slide because if you watch season 2, I shared a video on just audience. So I took you guys through creating an audience persona who you're posting for, include a name, profession, goals, struggles, platform they love. So I'll give you an example. Meet Amina, fictional, 26-year-old nutrition student trying to grow her online presence but doesn't know where to start. This is the audience I'm targeting when I came up with this digital content creation series, and that is who I create for when I'm creating this content for you guys every Saturday at 10 a.m. We're going to look at our audience checklist. I always want to give you guys checklist so that you can tick off before you post. Who am I speaking to? What problem am I helping them solve? Or what are they looking for that I can offer? What should they think or feel or do after watching? The call to action. I already explained to you guys what call to action is. So as we end the episode, the key takeaway is your audience is not a number, it's a community. The moment you treat them like people, the strategy starts to work because they'll feel connected to you. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you like it. Leave it in the comment section, like, share, let people know about how to understand your audience. And the next episode, we're going to talk about building a brand voice and visual identity. So if you want to collaborate, book a strategy session, 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm here. Reach me on this number, on my email address, DM me here. Charities Wanyonyi, Charity Safe Haven across all platforms, and also use the hashtag Charity Haven Digital, your content digital strategy. So see each other in the next one. Bye.